A disappointing result. Let's not beat around the bush. Watching it for the full 90 plus minutes. I pointed out some things that we're going to talk about throughout this video. But firstly, you're probably questioning who I am. You're not used to seeing me. The lads that are normally on here, they're away right now. I couldn't film this video, so I thought I'd step in. Thanks to them actually asking me. So first of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. It's incredible to be on this channel. Watched it for a very long time. But they've invited me on to talk about, obviously, the Aston Villa game that's just happened. Like I've said, there's a lot to talk about with this game, but time to get into the part of the video that I'm going to hate. Just please don't cringe as much as I will. If you do want to check out my channel, you go over the link, will surely be in the description. I upload like football videos, Everton, FIFA, go check out stuff like that. I've got an Everton career mode going right now if you're interested. Everton football manager. So if you are interested, I'm sure the link will be in the description. And after the amount of cringe I've just gone through, let's actually move on to the game. So before the game even kicked off, I were already questioning Lampard. We've gone with the exact same tactic and setup as we went with the Chelsea game. We played well. Let's not lie. Let's not sugarcoat. We played well for 90 plus minutes against Chelsea. We kept in the game. We had many chances. But on another day, with a striker, we would have scored. But we've gone with the same team that struggled to score against Chelsea in a game against Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa aren't as defensively sound as Chelsea. But we still haven't got that number 9. And the one thing that bothered me throughout this game that we played against Villa, we were playing with 3 wingers as the front line. Obviously, we were at number 9 until Rondon come on. And yet we're still trying to pass it into the back of the net. We had plenty of chances where McNeil, I don't know if he's lacking confidence or instructed to, but plenty of chances, could have shot from outside the box. He's tried to pass it into the back of the net. And he's played one too many bad passes. Anthony Gordon constantly cutting back on himself or trying to work the way into the box. Have a shot on sight. We've not got a number 9. Stop trying to play it into that area. I understand that it might be the tactic that Lampard's working on. For once we get Calvert-Lewin back. For once Salomon Rondon's fully fit. But for the meantime, work with what we've got. We've got 3 wingers that are playing up front. Stop trying to get it to them. Stop trying to get into positions where we're crossing the ball into the box. Granted, we scored from a cross, a low-driven cross. It was an own goal. I mean, if Dinier's not there, we score either way, but an own goal, like we're trying to cross into a position where we've not got the aerial ability. Set pieces are the other time I feel that we're going to score from. Tarkowski, Conor Cody, we've got aerial threat then. We have front 3 that we've been playing with the Chelsea game, with the Villa game. It's not that. Stop playing. Have a shot on sight. The McNeil one where he's tried to play a good ball into Mauro Gray, and if it comes off, but it didn't. Have a shot. There's no one pressing you. There's no one closing you down. Take a shot. McNeil can shoot from outside of the box. It's on his stronger foot. Shoot. It just play with what we've got. Stop trying to work into a system which will eventually come into play when we get number 9. Right, so defensively, and I'm going to compare this to the Chelsea game because it was a similar back line, just obviously with the new recruits of Conor Cody, Mason Holgate having a full 90 minutes. But we wasn't as defensively sound. We were leaving way too many pockets in where players like Ali Watkins and Danny Ings were utilising on that. Obviously, it might have been the same situation against Chelsea, but obviously because they didn't have a number 9, they didn't utilise that as much as Aston Villa did. But we were leaving far too many gaps in, and I mean, that's how we conceded, leaving gaps in. We left Tarkowski and Conor Cody back. Doucouré pushing too far up the pitch instead of helping out his defenders, pushing too far up the pitch. We had no defensive cover if we needed it. If any centre-half is out of position, that's it. It's a wrap. We've literally got nothing to cover that, which is... I'm happy with our defence. We're a lot defensively sounder than last season. 66 goals were conceded last season. I don't see us conceding anywhere near as much as that with the defence we've got. But, this is depending whether Conor Cody's out. He's not missed a single game for Wolves besides one with COVID. First game for Everton, he's gone down injured. So I'm hoping that's not too long, but look, let's be honest, it'll be months. But overall, defensively, I'm happy. We've got leaders in there. We've got people that talk. They command the back line. Set pieces we struggled on way too many times last season, and I don't clench my cheeks.
What do you mean by that?
Scared. Let's just say that. That's a lot more PG. I should have said that in the first. But anyway, I don't get as scared when we concede a corner or a free kick because we're defensively sound in the air from a set piece. Conor Cody, James Tarkowski, so good in the air. I mean, even Mason Holgate against Chelsea conceded like 15 corners, and Mason Holgate constantly getting it out of play, constantly defending the air. So set pieces, I'm happy with. Like I said, it's just those little pockets where it's not the defence's fault. The majority of the time, there's a midfielder that needs to stop in there and help out. But there's a lot of pockets where we're leaving in the Villa game where, Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins utilised, conceded from it. But A lot of positives to take defensively, and I'm very sound with our defence at this minute in time. The midfield, I didn't like one bit today, besides when Onana come on. He looks incredible. He looks like the midfielder that we need. He knows how to pick up the ball from defence, turn it into attack. He was in the box. Unfortunately, he couldn't score. Incredible tackle by Tyrone Mings, but to be there in the first place, he was... I mean, he was on for what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, and he was incredible. I love to watch him play. Picked up the ball well, passed the ball well, spoke, he wasn't shy, got on the ball as much as possible. And it's the midfielder that we've been wanting for so long. And I'm so excited to see him play more. Tom Davies, come on, due to a Decore injury. I hope Decore is not out for too long, even though it hasn't been the best recently. But Tom Davies, first off, very poor. It was the Tom Davies we all know. But granted, he has just come back from a long-term injury. Second half, I feel like he was sound, if I'm right with saying that. Defensively, very well. Lost a couple of balls a couple of times attackingly, but did really well. Played the simple passes when he needed to. Kept the ball. Didn't get dispossessed as easily as he did in the first half. And I thought him and Onana complemented well, each other well. I don't know whether it were Onana making Tom Davies look good, but... the midfield in the last 10 minutes did really well. And I think that's majorly down to the fact we went from a back 3 to a back 4, bringing Dele Alli in as a number 10 and trying to utilise that, trying to play off him. And I feel like that system worked really well, and I would love to use that against Nottingham Forest next week. Because a lot more threat under that system going forward, I feel like the midfielders picked up the ball a lot more. The attackers had something to aim for with Solomon Rondon being there now. It wasn't just passing it about and see who wants to shoot. We had someone to aim for. Granted, Rondon, it's not exactly the player that we want, but... it's a 9 nonetheless. Anthony Gordon. It's going to pay me to say this, but if I'm being honest, it needs to be said. I love him. Incredible player. I love his work ethic, his attitude. The way he just presses the ball when no one else is pressing, when he thrives off the air. He's a typical Scouser. He really is. That's the best way to explain him. But his final product just needs to improve drastically. There's too many times where it's a simple shot, a simple finish, and he fluffs his lines. Just have a shot. Try and get it more. I mean, today... benefit of the doubt, it's not that much of a simple shot, it's an awkward angle, but get it further in the court. It's shot directly at the goalkeeper, it's made it as easy for Martins as possible. Try and go top corner, try and go far post, try something instead of straight at the goalkeeper. I love him, like I said, and everything, his crossing, his passing, his work rate, unbelievable. His final product, if he improves that, we've got one hell of a player. I mean, we're unfortunate he didn't get the goal today due to be obviously getting called offside, which, speaking of the offside call, so obviously they've gone to VARs, we've scored to check if it's been disallowed and if it's correctly offside. Why aren't we checking for fouls during that play? Luca Digne hold a Conor Cody in the box, grabbed hold of his shirt. Why aren't we checking that? If we're checking VAR, why don't we check multiple situations? It's clear, it's not like it's hidden, it's back post, it's clear on view. Why are we not checking that? And then the handball situation. We've not even checked the right... we've checked for a penalty of a handball, and on the VAR screen it showed the completely wrong moment. It showed the volley from outside the box, instead of the handball that actually took place in the box. VAR is beyond inconsistent. Refereeing is so inconsistent. And I'm not blaming referee today for us losing. I'm not. And I'm not blaming VAR. But stuff like that needs to be checked. I don't understand why. If we've got the technology, use it correctly. Use it. Check for these things. Stop looking for the direct route to something. And I'm not saying take ages, because it takes the sting out of the game. It takes all the fun out of the game. But you've got to be consistent with these things, and you've got to make sure everything's decided right in the game. Whether every single game is going to be inconsistent and unfair. Conor Cody being dragged back in the box. It's clear on view. It's the nearest to the camera angle. Check it. Have a look at it. Give it a penalty. Pull it back, because it rightly should have been. But because they're checking for a handball, they don't see these things, which is annoying. If you've got technology, use it. After watching the game, though, I'm still feeling positive. After 2 losses, which isn't great, it's a worst start to a Premier League season for 13 years for Everton, I still feel positive. If we can get a number 9 in, whether it's on loan or permanent, we need a number 9. If we can get one of them in, I feel like our season will change drastically. I feel sorry for Lampard, and I know it might be me being biased towards him because I love him, I love his passion for the club, he understands the club. I feel bad for him. He's getting injuries to crucial players. I mean, if Conor Cody is out for quite a while, it's another huge knock, which will be crucial. Calvert-Lewin's out. Obviously, Abdoulaye Doucouré's gone off the pitch. Whether that's long, Ben Godfrey's out for 3 months or even more. I feel bad for him, but we've got to make sure we've got cover in these areas. And a number 9, I mean, as well as a number 6 at the start of the transfer window, was our main priority. We're in process of trying to get an out-and-out number 6. But a striker, number 9, should be our main priority. We can't trust DCL to stay fit all season. And we can't trust him to, as soon as he comes back, he's going to be that player that we need. He's going to be that player that we're looking for. Because last season, he wasn't that until the end of the season. And I don't want to talk too bad on him because he can't help these things, but we can't trust him this season. Lampard's got too much pressure on his back to be trusting DCL. The club have got too much on the line to be trusting DCL. So Kevin Fairwell, we need a number 9. If we have to cancel this Idrissa Gana Gueye deal to seal a number 9, we need to get it done. Use the loans. We've got, what, 3 loan slots to use? 2 maybe. But use it. Get a number 9. We need it instantly. This is our most crucial position now. We don't need another midfielder, let's be honest. We need a number 9. But that's really all I've got to say. Like I said, I'm still remaining positive, and you lot should be. There's still a long way to go. We'll start in 13 years, but we're at number 9. We've still got time in the transfer window to get us over the line. The club's looking a lot more promising than what it did last year. We're defensively sound. So like I said, we need that final product, and getting a number 9, hopefully it brings that in. But yeah, I don't know when the next time you see me will be. So if you do want to see me more and if you enjoyed this video, you can go into my YouTube channel. Link will be in the description, hopefully. I hate this bit because it's always awkward. But if I don't see you again, thank you all for having me on this channel. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you, lads. If you ever need help again, I'm here. Anything to help out a fellow Evertonian. Like I said, that's it from me. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And take care. And hopefully, 3 points against Forest.